Welcome to the full presentation of the Transportation Terminals and Stations Ambience Kit by Soundfellas. As this is an advanced sound library, this voice will guide you throughout the content presentation and demo samples. This sound library includes many ambience loops but also all the isolated elements you need, so that you can layer your own custom ambiences or sound effects. To get a good idea of what is included in this powerful sound library, we urge you to check the full contents list found on the product page. Let's listen to some samples from various parts of this library. First, we have some ready-made ambience loops. Those can be used to quickly add a background ambience to your scenes, and they are produced with advanced 3D audio techniques for added realism and spatial clarity. Each ambience is included in stereo, surround, and ambisonic versions, allowing for fully immersive productions and making this library a future-proof investment. Here are some of the ambience loops included in this library.
Passengers waiting. Delayed 1826 service to Metropolitan. Please wait for further announcements about this train.
The next part of this library are the noise prints. Noise prints are extracted textures from the recordings, made to be used as the base of any custom soundscape or as layers in creative sound design. Here are some of the noise prints included in this library. Next, we have the isolated elements. Those are isolated sound effects and Foley to scatter around your scene, sync with visuals, or use as layers to create custom sound effects. Here are some of the elements included. It's worth noting that by using the noise prints together with the isolated elements you heard in the previous two parts of this presentation, you can create new ambiences of your own. But to combine various sounds in a consistent and believable way, you need acoustics, which brings us to the next parts of the library. Impulse responses that simulate reverb and occlusion. First, the reverb impulse responses. Those simulate various spaces that fit the theme of the library. You can use them with convolution to add realistic sound reflections that give an ambience its distinctive character. Stereo, surround, and ambisonic versions are included in this library, allowing you to produce realistic reflections in any immersive audio format you may need. Let's hear some examples from some of the reverb impulse responses included in this library. The examples are made using a character moving in space. First, let's hear the dry sample. Here's the same sample using the subway station platform impulse response. Now let's use the subway wagon impulse response. As a final example, let's use the airport terminal impulse response. Next, we have the occlusion impulse responses. You can use those with convolution to simulate sound transmission through various materials taken from the era and location of this library's theme. Here is a demo of an ambience loop filtered through some of the occlusion impulse responses included in this library. First, let's hear the dry sample. Here's the same sample through a generic vehicle door. And here's the same sample through a transportation station's revolving door entrance. This concludes this sound library's demo. To get a good idea of what is included in this powerful sound library, we urge you to check the full contents list found on the product page. Thank you for choosing Soundfellas for your creations.